smells like someone's cooking chicken. I can literally kill for chicken tandoori right now. Unfortunately, none of the Indian restaurants in the area are delivering because of the... I don't even want to say it anymore. I'm so fed up. Welcome to the channel. This is Amir. Welcome to yet another video from Dublin, Ireland. Today we'll be talking about getting a job as a graduate. How do you get a job as a graduate with no experience? The biggest problem with finding a job with no experience is that you need experience to get a job, and you need a job to get the experience. I know how it is. I've been through it almost 10 years ago. I've always stressed on two things, and I've always suggested students to take these up. These are part-time jobs or volunteering. It's possible you may not find a part-time job, but then there are a lot of volunteering opportunities that come up when you are studying, and it's the best way of making sure that the experience section on your CV does not remain empty. Other thing is part-time jobs. If I personally believe, or I've personally experienced, that it helps in gaining social skills, interpersonal skills, customer service skills, which are really important, and it also gives you a perspective about the local culture and local language and local people if you're studying abroad. Apart from part-time jobs, there are internships that you can do while you're studying. Again, not everyone is lucky to get some kind of internship experience, but it is one of the things that you should seriously consider. And rather than focusing all your energy on how you'll find a job after finishing your education, you should also look for getting internship while you're in the final year of your study. Work on your CV. Now, this is the most common suggestion that anyone would give you, be it the placement officer in your university or be it a career professional. They'll always tell you that you need to work on your CV and tailor it according to the job description. Little piece of advice from me would be that when you update your CV, make sure that you're including the keywords that relate to the job description. It's really important because most of the times HRs are looking for specific information rather than going through the entire CV that you give them. Personally, what I've done is I've included bullet points in my CV. So if someone takes a look at it, it gives a clear indication to the prospective employer whether the CV is relevant or not. So highlight the keywords on your CV. It's a daunting task to edit it every single time when you apply for a job, but it is something that needs to be done. Getting a job is not so easy, especially CV is going to take a lot of time. Your LinkedIn profile. Update your LinkedIn profile. A lot of people ignore this, but companies usually pay LinkedIn so that they can find suitable candidates. My company does it. I know because all the invoices in my company go through me, so I know about it, and so it is an area that is worth investing time in. So make sure that you have a good LinkedIn profile. What I like the most about LinkedIn profile is the skills section. Make sure that you also give a thought to learning these skills on LinkedIn Learning so that it gets added directly to your profile. That really helps, and HR do take a look at it. Believe it, I'm telling you from my personal experience. We do it all the time. So it's worth looking into your LinkedIn profile. And networking. Needless to say, networking is very important to land a job. Back in 2010, when I got my first job, it was through the maternal uncle of my friend with whom I worked on a project in college. He was a marketing executive for a staffing agency, and they placed me on contract in Kirloskar. Yes, I was working for Kirloskar. I worked there for 4 months. It's a different matter that they didn't pay me for the last month. So networking is very important, but does it really help when you're living abroad? Your social network won't be as strong as it is back home. Make sure that you take help from your seniors at your college. That is the first place that you should look at. You should add them to your LinkedIn profile, and you should ask them for references. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone does it, and sometimes you would really be surprised how far people may want to go just to help you with a job. The worst that could happen is you would get good career advice from them, which really helps. Apply for jobs in smaller companies. A lot of times people are attracted in applying for bigger companies. I can give you my own example. At the beginning, I was applying for Google, Facebook, and Adobe and Twitter and whatnot. I have even applied for Indeed, but the company that eventually had me turned out to be an SME, and it's been a great learning curve for me. So make sure that you're not targeting the big organizations directly. Give equal importance to the small companies that are out there, because the structure in small companies is such that you get to learn more than working for a bigger company. I hope that makes sense. Recruitment agencies. Find a recruitment agency that works in the area of your study or in the area of your interest. I can't stress the benefit of working with a recruiter. It's really important, and one of the best ways to find your first job. Recruiters can also help you with salary expectations and job interview preparation. So make sure that you do register with a recruitment agency and work with a recruiter on your job profile. As a graduate with no experience, it is about playing to your strength and showing how your experience in part-time jobs, volunteering, extracurricular activities, or even in general life can relate to the job that you're applying for. It's nice and sunny. I should go for a run now. Your technical knowledge. Now, believe it or not, although the hiring manager would know that you're a graduate and don't have any experience, but they would expect that as a graduate you have all your basics clear. So make sure that you prepare in advance, you pay attention in the class and learn everything they teach you, and also prepare for the interview before you go there. Get a little background about the company, about the position, study about the company culture, and go through your books or online articles and just brush up your knowledge. It really helps. I'm sorry the audio is not good on this because there's no mic on it. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'm getting home now. Take care of yourself. Bye bye. See you pretty soon, guys. Take care.